Hey guys, welcome back, John Megacycle here, another episode of Red Alert 3 Uprising Commander's Challenge. Welcome back, good to see ya. Thanks for joining me again for another episode. We just finished up No Match for the Guardian. That unlocked for us the Spectrum Tower. We took a little longer on that, I wasn't too sure on the rules of that one, we found out a little too late. Scavenger in the final countdown is next. It's going to either unlock Natasha or the Allied Proton Collider, there it is. Scavenger looks like a quick one. We're going to go ahead and kick that one off, I think. Now, there's going to be a bit of an issue that I wanted to identify real quick is my recordings didn't have my voice audio, it just had the game audio. So I'm recording my voice audio after the matter of fact. So if there's a little bit of desync, you're going to see why. I think I have it dialed in though. Really, I'm not going to know until it's all said and done. But we're going to go on Scavenger. We're at 37% of the completed Commander's Challenge. We're already over 7 hours in. Still sitting pretty good money-wise. Here's where I wanted to look at, here's where I realized that we didn't even have the Chronosphere, but we were going to already unlock the Proton Collider, which I thought was interesting. But either way, I think I gab on a little bit more, then press continue, and as I usually narrate, I'm going to try to keep up. This was the site of a particularly fierce battle in which a Soviet Union's infamous Natasha wound up shooting the pilots out of dozens of different vehicles, and now Commander Vera is trying to clean up the mess, while her rival Takara threatens to snatch up as many operational vehicles as possible. Do not wait for them to settle in. Get your forces to those vehicles as quickly as you can, and drive Vera and Takara out. There's a treasure trove of forensic evidence waiting for us here. Yeah. This is no joke. This mission had me freaking out, and you're going to see why. Yeah, normally I like to do my recordings as I'm playing the game, and that's normal for me, but now I'm doing it after the matter of fact, and it might seem a little odd, because like when I play and I'm surprised, I'm genuinely surprised, so you can hear it in my voice, but I kind of already know what's going to happen, so we're just going to have to see. But I think here I'm debating, I think Empire of the Rising Sun's going to be the best bet against these guys. My Striker VXs have been awesome. My Gundams, my freaking, I keep calling them Gundams!
My Natasha has been a little busy on this map and left a few husks behind her. If you two are quick, you may get a few free tanks.
My scouts are already there. Don't get in my way.
She's just a pretty princess, isn't she? My scouts are already there. Don't think about it. Yeah, there's a ton. This map was so overwhelming with how much stuff was available. It is obscene, and I acted a little too late. I should have just been queuing up soldiers like crazy. I finally get to now. Oh yeah, I'll just get 3. I see 3 things that are of value. I wonder if you could actually put the attack dogs and the bears inside of these vehicles. I wasn't able to figure that out because I'm the Empire of the Rising Sun. Yeah, we find tons of stuff. King Onis, Wave Force Artillery, Athena Cannons, Guardian Tanks. There's tons of good stuff here. This one got micromanagement heavy very quickly. Not a bad thing. Like, I'm really glad when missions kind of stretch out my operational effectiveness. Like, they make me really overwork and overthink and really try to get things done and accomplished. And this was definitely a mission that gave me that challenge. No doubt about it. Yeah, it's just like, go, 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 go. I should have built another barracks, to be honest. Yeah, finally trying to get some of these units moved up, operational. Yeah, you might get just a few. You might get a few tanks. You know, just a few tanks. They got a Megatangu up there, trying to be silly.
Construction complete.
That's a good start of weaponry right there. I'm really amazed they let me have stuff like Wave Force Artillery and all that stuff.
I serve the Emperor. What do you require?
Yeah, I can't believe with one Megatangu I chased him off, at least for a second.
It is my path. I serve the Emperor.
Search protectors on. Grease lightning.
I serve the Emperor.
All that good stuff, look at all that. My big hologram army that doesn't technically exist.
What do you require?
Oh yeah, this one was late in my recording session too, so I was already pretty tired, let alone to get all this recording done and polished up. And this one, I don't know why. Like I recorded like 7 episodes just in this day, in this recording session, So I don't know why the first 6 look fine,
Imperial warrior ready.
and then the last one just lost all my settings. And the one setting I really need is my voice setting. Yeah, it's gonna end poorly. Run away!
Just for time. What's on the agenda? Let's brighten up the update. Who's giving you problems?
Everyone's giving me problems, how about that?
The Emperor. Command me.
Okay, I don't know how long it takes for me to figure out to go to the other or place, but hopefully pretty soon.
I serve the Emperor.
Anyway, I hope this version of this, of me narrating after the matter of fact, isn't too much of a buzzkill, but I can understand why it is. But I do appreciate, bear with me. It's still a good episode. It's just the audio is going to be a little weird about it.
What do you require? I serve the Emperor. Death to our enemies.
Look at all that stuff.
Emperor. Imperial warrior ready.
Stingray.
Yeah, Stingrays, IFVs. I think I find, yep, there's the battleships I find later. I was like, squee, battleships! I'll gladly pay 500 for a battleship that is not 500. Far more expensive than that. Oh, then there's some Stingers, or Striker VXs right there. I like that.
A unit is under attack.
Like my new threads?
I do. They are most fancy.
Unit lost.
Got a bolt. Grease lightning.
Oh, there's that V3, V4.
I serve the Emperor.
I am here to serve.
I don't know where the Tesla tank was going.
Glorious honor
I
to hear
serve
from
the
you.
Emperor.
Yes, battleship, please.
I wait for my task.
Apocalypse tank, please.
I am your servant.
Construction
Apocalypse tank,
complete.
please.
Yes, comrade.
Move up a little bit, try to defend those Apocalypse tanks. I don't want those falling into enemy hands. That's just more BS I'd have to deal with. That I don't really want to deal with. So let's see, what else do we snatch up? I don't snatch up those strikers until, yeah, right about now.
Building.
More
A
refinery
unit is under
core.
attack.
This one just gets so messy and so much because there's a lot going on. Like, it's almost like an unreasonable amount. But once you get things captured up, now we have a nice army. It makes me feel a little comfortable, but you should never feel comfortable. That's for certain, especially when you're up against these two.
Serve the Emperor.
Bullfrogs,
Unit lost.
way more units and stuff. Oh,
What do you have, command?
yep, we're getting artilleried. Time to retreat. We're done with this.
Structure sold.
I know when I've got to retreat.
Three hookups.
I wish I was paying a bit more attention on that, but
Insulation won't help. Bonjour, commander. Incoming storm. Here's your electric bill.
King Odie, no! These guys are such a pain.
Electrode prime.
Now we could probably keep pushing and completely annihilate Takara here. We've got enough heavy artillery and enough heavy units in general. Could probably easily get the job done, but realistically, I'd much rather wait, considering the Soviet counterpart could just come out of nowhere and finish me off. So I'd much rather have a bit more control.
Capacitors ready. Generators. Coils standing by.
Definitely with people having this much heavy artillery and weaponry, I'd rather stay back a little bit.
Respect the Emperor. Follow me.
Search
Unit
protectors
lost.
on.
I think this is where about the time I started freaking out with all the stuff I have to manage. Like, it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to actually need an army after this. So I go ahead and get the Mecha Bay upgrade. Make sure I have everything actually proper. Get things moving on, because I'm going to have to.
What do you see?
On alert.
Circuits clean. Coils standing by.
Let's keep things moving. Engines running.
I'm ready if you
Oh yeah, that's right. This is the part of the story where I realize I don't have any anti-air whatsoever. My Mecha Tengus at this point of the game have usually taken care of that for me.
Lost the collector.
Circuits clean.
Yeah, this was just to hopefully draw the fire off of those guys.
Who needs a jump?
And I realized right there I don't have any anti-air either with the actual army I have.
Ready if you're ready. We're going.
I'm sitting on so much cash, I don't know why I didn't build another weapons factory. But again, the real problem was there's absolutely so much going on. I'm having a difficult time trying to process everything, which is okay. Again, I'm happy to be challenged. This is good that it's overwhelming me a bit. I'm actually pretty happy with that.
stable.
Cool, just leave those guys there. Not that big of a deal.
My new threads?
Now it's time for us to start thinking of an actual offensive. We could go and take care of Takara, but like I said, I'm afraid Vera is just going to counterattack us, and then we'll lose everything. So it's going to be really important that we balance.
A unit is under attack.
Oh, glad I moved that.
Judge complete.
Avoided that Desolator strike.
Like a Christmas tree. Advance. I'll get Coil standing by.
Okay, things are looking good. We're cranking out a bunch of units. Yeah, definitely now that I'm rewatching this, should have picked up another Mecha Bay. Yep, now here's Vera. This is exactly what I wanted to avoid, her being able to just rush in.
Light them up.
Rush in, get it?
A unit is under attack.
Soviet, Russia, never mind. Anyway, that's bad.
Electricity is
Take care of most of her forces, just really wean her down a little bit, but I still want to play this defensively. That's why I keep bringing my forces back. I want to make for darn sure I've got enough stuff to start and finish this war. Oh, wrong units. There we go, put those back.
On watch.
This is probably going to be more than enough troops to really punch a hole in one of them.
VX. All systems green.
Yeah, still trying to pay attention, still trying to see what's going on. I notice very minimal anti-air here at all. Same thing here, about the same amount. I saw a bullfrog. I saw 2 bullfrogs on Takara's side, 1 bullfrog on Vera's side. I have not spent any of my top secret protocols. Ding, ding, ding. Come on, do it.
VX. All systems green.
Do it. Thank you.
On watch. All set.
Mm-hmm. Striker VXs are even better now.
Select target.
VX. All systems green.
I keep changing my mind on that balloon drop.
Cancel. Building.
But the even more important thing is if I don't use it, it's just a waste.
A unit is under attack.
Let's test the equipment. Any volunteers? Like my new threads?
Jet mode, no complaint.
Tesla tank. Charge complete.
Things are quiet now. This is probably another moment when I start to freak out because it's like, are there a bunch more units out there that haven't been captured? Or like, what's all going on? Who has what? And I see that Vera, now that I'm watching the map more intently, she's got quite an air force, mostly the Twin Blade. So I want to make sure that we take care of those. And we might take care of them far too late. But I'm pretty happy with the forces that we've drummed up. Yeah, we would need engineers to take those bullfrogs, and that's still, we're still making money in that deal, but I don't think it's worth it.
Unit lost. Training.
Capacitators ready.
A unit is under attack.
Yep, and here's where we deal with the helicopters.
These guys belong to us.
At least a few of them.
Tesla tank. Charge
And I just noticed a magnetic satellite happening in my base. Run! Run! Holy crap, run.
All set.
Yeah, my very valuable army I didn't want to lose to a magnetic satellite. That would have been just sad. I would have cried many a day.
Our base is under attack.
Or many a seconds until I built a new one. Yeah, I can tell this is also at the end of a bit of a recording session. I'm getting a little sloppy with my commands, with how I'm doing the battle ordering and everything, but that's okay. I still got a lot accomplished that day, so I feel pretty good about that. Get the bullfrog first.
Warning. A psionic decimator has been detected.
That's right, this is how this battle went. I was starting to freak out again because Takara was able to get a Psionic Decimator online.
I await your command. I am your engineer for today. Very well. I followed your fleet, Commander.
The order is heard.
I'm wired.
Flying high.
Yeah, I'd rather take all these nice units rather than them have them.
Building.
So yeah, queue up more stuff. Let's get the battlements going again. We've got enough hardware. I was just really hoping that Takara and Vera would be fighting each other a little bit more, even though they probably have. I just haven't really noticed it.
Come on, let's try.
I've been far too busy trying to scrap together a nice army.
Full force. Jet mode, no complaint. Equals off. Hey, hey. Jet Tango, top speed.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's go. Fly.
Takes care of their Air Force completely. That saves me a lot of grief later on, which I am very happy about. Yeah, I want this to be an absolute slap bang, complete destruction on their side. That's what I want. Because this is way too many forces. I could have done it with half of this army. But I really took my time with it. And I really wish I used the balloon bomb any time now. Yes, now I realize I need another Megacycle. Better late than never, right?
Report. Clear view. Secure the area.
Yep, now it's time to move.
A unit is under attack.
All systems green. These guys belong to
Construction.
Yeah, I keep accidentally moving my ocean army over. I don't know why.
VX.
But probably a good thing considering there's not much I'm really defending over there. But I do want to make sure they're not coming up on the beach. I keep changing my mind on the positional front I want those forces to face. Either way, this is going to make very quick work for Takara.
Select location.
And this is a diversionary tactic. Just drop these guys. Do I do it? No, I don't.
All set.
Either way, there's little to no anti-air here. This is going to be a really quick bang-up cleanup job, I'm sure.
What do you see? Clear for strike.
Yeah, the big issue, my primary army that I actually scavenged actually gets torn apart throughout most of this mission. And the reason for that is I'm just not paying attention. Vera's doing some quick strikes. She's actually moving very quickly at my forces. Now I'm tearing apart Takara, the main, like the Apocalypse tanks, all that stuff. Yep, that just gets desolated and then artilleried. And then, of course, she has more than enough of the twin blades. She just actually ends up tearing that whole army apart while I'm not even paying attention. I could tell this was at the end of a recording session. And then, of course, I don't notice the Yuriko Omega right there, who's leveling up quite quickly. Do I notice now? Do I notice now?
The collector is under attack. We've lost
Yep,
the collector.
she's just using nothing but strike or twin blades just to mess me up. Yeah, doesn't take a lot when she's caught me in a weak spot.
Report.
And then magnetic satellite. Yeah, there's not really much preventing her from tearing me up. Now, of course, I've lost all my strikers because of Yuriko Omega right there. So that's a problem. I've lost basically everything because I wasn't paying attention. There's two spots right there. So I'm actually kind of glad I'm doing the audio after I've done the recording, because I'm identifying the errors that I had, which is a bit of a luxury, I'd say. I don't think I'd be able to do that more regularly, but either way, Takara's completely tapped out. She has nothing left.
Standing by.
She does have a war factory and an ore refinery, now that I'm thinking about it, but she can't build a new base. So she's stuck exactly where she is. Now, what else did they get out of me? They got my barracks, and they're still hammering the crap out of my war factory, which I noticed a little too late again.
Our base is under attack. Building. Repairing.
There we go.
We have systems green.
Where are they? They have not accepted their fate. They will run.
All systems green. Jet Tango here. All set.
Of course. Yeah, the AI, given enough time and given enough resources, especially in this map, like there's a few maps where it's like, holy crap, that was perfect. That was well executed. I have to clap for them. They did a good job. They tore me apart in a couple of places. And then there's other missions where it's like, oh my god, that was terrible. Why did you play that way? And I know they're all scripted in a certain manner, a certain way to react, and I'm going to lose him, unfortunately. I understand they're supposed to act in a certain way, but it's just, for me, some of these maps are just cakewalks. Other ones are like, oh my god, that was impossible, you have to be kidding. Either way, this is all paying off quite nicely. Now we can actually concentrate our efforts against Vera, no problem. Now we're ramping up again, more forces, and then we're going to push back. I don't know why I built that second Mecha Bay if I'm not even going to use it, because it appears as if I didn't even use it. Oh yeah, that's right, they have a dreadnought or they find a dreadnought or something, but that could be devastating. Pick that apart, thank you very much. No more Air Force. Done with that. I should have done that. I should have done that 15 minutes ago, to be honest. That's okay, though. That's the whole point of learning, and... Oh gosh, they're just at my base already again. I was a little sloppy on this one. I'll admit, I was a bit sloppy on this one. But anyway, that's kind of the fun of being human, I guess. Get to learn, get to experience, get to figure out how to play better and better every single time. Yep, I lose an ore refinery, but in return, she will lose everything she has. Yeah, those strikers, expensive, but they work.
Insufficient funds. Unit lost. Select location.
Yeah, now I was just more interested in base defense. That's why I dropped the sleeper ambush right there. Just to have something defensible.
Select target.
They're right here, command. Going in.
Insufficient funds.
Let's see, I lost most of my Tengus. There must have been a bullfrog around here somewhere.
On hold. Cancel. Cancel. An ore mine's nearing depletion. Structure sold.
Report. On our way. Anything down there?
Yeah, we have their whole base, and it's time to clean up.
Vertical's clean. On our scanners.
There we go, just a little alt-click action, queue up all these orders, make sure the job gets done so I don't have to worry about it.
An ore mine's nearing depletion.
We have them.
Honorable discharge.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why the announcement is an ore mine is nearing depletion. I don't know why they tell me that, considering it's not my ore mine.
Cleared for strike.
Unit lost.
Flying high. You can't miss them. On our way.
And we tear Vera apart absolutely and completely. Now the cool thing about the Striker is now that I'm working with it more and more, I find that the rockets, you can actually time it much better for a delayed destruction. And I'm probably going to show you that right about now. Once we get to the super reactor, the thing is when the Strikers are too close, they just explode. They'll die. And that's a lot of money I don't want to just waste. So the thing is, since these are rockets and they take a while to hit their target, what we could do is we could launch a crap ton of rockets at the reactor, wait until it's critical, and then leave. And then we'll see if all the damage gets dealt and destroys it completely, preserving our Striker. So watch. Leave. There we go. The rockets take a while to reach their target. We have to mentally figure out that buffer time, or how long that would take to happen. And then once we do, it's done. No problem. Rockets reach their target. Unit is destroyed. Piece of cake.
These guys belong to us. Get Tengu, top speed. Did you hear that? Scanning. Flying hard in range.
And just a few more reactors, Vera is going to be completely toast. And then Takara's doesn't have much at all anyway. So yeah, I think all Vera has is resource collection, just a couple of ore mines, and that's going to be it for her. Yep, there we go. Oh, ore mine has been depleted. I thought she said an enemy has been defeated. It sounds the same. It's almost the same syllables, isn't it? An ore mine has been depleted. An enemy has been depleted. One more.
Next time, I'm sending Natasha to take care of you.
Yeah, great. Maybe next time with Natasha you'll actually pose a threat. Oh, shoot. Actually, she played off much better than Takara did, in my opinion. But that's okay. And actually, now that I'm rewatching the minimap, I forgot about this little side bit. Is Takara actually sets up an entire base outside of my base. Yeah, I don't know how the heck she got an MCV over there. But she totally does. And I want to make sure we take care of that well before she has room to grow. Yeah, no, you don't get to set up a new base. You don't get to nothing. Also, I wonder where she got all this money from. It's a lot of cash she's just sitting on to chuck up 4 instant generators. Look at it, tower cores, everything. Either way, a couple of destroyers will take care of that, no problem. Just sitting them right outside the MCV takes care of that. Yeah, I tried to figure out how to use Emperor's Rage, and I don't think I could do it on the aircraft, because they're not circled in red. So I don't really know how that works. But I try anyway. Yeah, nothing happened. I'm pretty sure I could just turn him into vehicle mode, and then put him back into helicopter mode or whatever, and that would do it. But still to point, I would have liked to have gotten my aircraft that's in the air with it. Either way, we got a lot of veteranized awesomeness floating in the sky right there. Pretty happy with that.
Clear view. In position.
So not only the blank of the recording was this a good thing that I got to rewatch my actions, and I usually do, but this has been good that I've been able to re-narrate and re-realize exactly what I missed up on.
Burning air.
You know, the fact that if I paid a little more attention, or if I attacked Vera first, I wouldn't have had to have dealt with such a huge air force. If I left Takara, or, you know, as I'm going through and thinking all these things, like if I really reinforced that left side with some solid anti-air, I would have never had to have dealt with it in my base, those twin blades. So it's good that I'm rewatching myself, like I said, being able to re-see everything I did. It's pretty cool. I'm still pretty happy we haven't had to mash that money button at all, but I'm going to be terrified when we have to. To be honest, I'll probably lose the mission, whatever mission that is. I'll probably try it like 5 or 6 times before it's like, okay, I can't do it. I need the money. I don't know how to do this. So, anyway. I think this wraps up the mission, no? Yeah.
I could have beaten you and her. Let's go again.
No. You don't just throw down challenges like that. No, redo. I don't like it. Let's try it again. No. Maybe next time. Whenever there is a next time. But not right now. Yeah, almost double par time. Again, like I just need to be paying just a little more attention. Could have been fine. Could have added a bit more bonus to our credits stashed. But that's okay. A victory is a victory, and I'll take it. That unlocks Natasha for us. Spitting image of a ruthless, legendary markswoman authorized to call in airstrikes. Pretty awesome extra ability. Helps her deal with vehicles quite nicely. What is next on the docket? That one's done. New challenges. Another side and another main mission. This one is your gold mine has collapsed. Ooh, the Mirage tank. I like that very much. I love the Mirage tank. It's like the Mirage tank and the Prism tank from Red Alert 2 combined into one awesome unit, and it is powerful. I like it a lot. The Proton Collider, which we had unlocked before. Ooh, and the Kula sub. That's an excellent add-on to the Soviet naval machine, so I'd be happy with that too. Let's see. Yeah, I think next episode we'll do your gold mine has collapsed. Not sure, might change my mind on that, but either way, thanks for joining me, everybody. Thanks for the support and the comments and everything. This is John Megacycle, and I'm going to catch you next time.